Well, welcome back, my friends. Today we're doing the Buck 656 Large Pursuit. While you're taking a look at a knife, let me go over a couple things with you. First, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. Don't fight this fight alone. There will be some links down in the description to some numbers that can help you if you need help. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. That ain't popular. We don't care. How you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, here is the Buck. That's the Tex Creek from Tops. Very, very similar. Now, let me give you some dimensions on that Buck real quick. It's 420 HC blade steel. The Rockwell hardness is 58. It is a drop point. It's got a slight recurve. The thickness is 0.14 inches. It weighs like 6.2 ounces overall, and it comes with a nylon sheath. Y'all know I'm not a huge sheath guy. Now, this is exactly the way Isaac the Noob let me borrow these to do some testing. And Isaac, my brother, thank you so much. If you haven't checked out Isaac, I'll put a link in the description below. You need to check him out. He is a huge buck guy. Now, here's the deal. All I did with this knife was strop it up. I don't know how old it is. I don't have a lot of details from Isaac on it, but I can tell you this, it's got a hella edge on it. And right here, I mean, just to come out of the box, everybody that's watched more than 2 episodes of the channel know I don't shave hair and do all that crap. It's just a personal thing. I don't do it. So we shave paper. It's paper shaving sharp, hair popping sharp. This is a little different deal. It is a full tang, and the handle is a proprietary thing. It's like a nylon Versaflex, which is like rubber and plastic combined, but it is incredibly comfortable. There's a good look at that edge. And I'll say this, I was watching one of my favorite channels the other day, and they're a huge channel, and they were talking about blade steels and stuff, and they were testing the Gerber Strong Arm, and basically they got aggravated with it, and they said 420HC was junk. Now, I think we have to put that in context. They do a lot of higher end knives, and so I know they've been around long enough. They know better than that. Hundreds of thousands of knives were made in 420HC. I'm not a blade snob or a steel snob. I'm really not. But at the same time, I'm not one of these, well, my $5 knife can do. No. 420HC is an old steel. It's a very reliable steel. And here's the difference with Buck. Paul Boss. That's all you got to say. Nobody in the industry can heat treat like that guy could heat treat. And he has been around for a long, long time. I think he's retired and passed it on now. But Buck is renowned for their heat treat. You can't do a knife review video and not talk about their heat treat. So when you got 420, and they call it 420HC, I guess it's got a little higher carbon content than some, but it's got a Rockwell hardness of 58. Usually, a lot of times you'll see companies put, say, Rockwell hardness between 58 and 60, or between 59 and whatever. No, this is just 58. Paul Boss has dialed it in, and like I said, I think he's retired and his replacement does it now. But on the whole, I don't know that anybody in the industry, and I'm talking about production knife maker, can touch Buck's heat treat. Now, somebody would skip, coast it. No. And I'm sure there are some individual makers, Winkler, some of those guys who've dialed it in. I'm talking about a production company that rolls them out, hundreds of thousands of knives every year. Buck is an industry leader in the heat treat. Doesn't matter, you damn right it matters. It matters for edge retention, for ease of sharpening. It matters for times you got to sharpen. Heat treating matters, and Buck's dialed it in. Now, I believe we've got the point that Buck dialed it in. And like I said, I think I want to put that in context. I'm not going to mention who they were. They are my favorite show, and they're from Europe, or one of them. But I think contextually, they were saying compared to what they had and blah, blah, blah. But still, 420HC is a very functional steel. I like it. Buck has mastered it. And this knife right here, I've said this a million times. These 4 to 5 inch blades are the bane of my existence as a knife reviewer. And that's on me. That's not on the knife. That's me having to up my game. I've said from the get-go, this is a learning experience for me. So, I may not do everything right. You're quick to point it out, I know. But my point is, these knives at one point were incredibly difficult for me to test because I thought you had to chop everything. I'm learning. We're getting better. Now, one thing this knife is excellent at, I'm making me a little handle right here. Oh, scab bushcraft balling. So I can do it all. Make tools, forget I'm filming, all kind of crap. But one thing this knife is good at is just absolute slicing. Now, we did the Donnie B All Day drop test, the Donnie B All Day throw it at the stump test, and in a little bit we'll do the Donnie B All Day stab test. And if I hadn't mentioned Donnie B All Day enough, remember guys, we're trying to get DBAD to 10,000. I'm trying to get to 2,000. So, subscribe to me, subscribe to Donnie B All Day. You'll get some knives out of it. That's the big thing. And we got a bunch of guys that we're shouting out. Isaac the Noob, Joe, all those guys. Carl Ruger, let's subscribe. Cap Electro, I could go on all day. There's old Scap, cheers. Cheers. So it's good, good for you. No shit. It's better than cocaine and pills, okay? Cut me a break. I'm a little stressed today. Y'all seen the cut on my thumb. Now, let me back up to that pocket knife. That's one that Gene and Kayla gave me. And Gene, man, I appreciate it so much. That's that 2 Sun. It's D2 steel. I've been carrying it a bunch. And somebody said, well, Scab, is it sharp? Well, it cut the shit out of me. Gene Johnson. That's who it is. And Gene, I appreciate that, my brother. And if I screwed that up, I'm going to be mad because I don't want to have to go back and edit it. No, Gene said, man, I want to send you something. He comments all the time, and I've been carrying that knife a good bit. Now, back to this buck right here. No problem. I like recurves. And I know there's this thing, well, Scab, they're a little hard to sharpen. Well, not when you send it to DJ Horn or Mikey or somebody like that. But, no, there are ways to sharpen these guys. And there are a couple of really, really good videos on YouTube about sharpening a recurve. I personally like a recurve on a knife. That's why I like the Preacher so much. I just enjoy it. Now, this is a slight one, okay? But I've said this a million times. I'm the most redundant human being on earth. I'll say it a million more. I try to make my videos to where if you turned off the sound, and I wouldn't blame you if you did, son, well, you'd miss out on my melodious tones. But if you turned off the sound, you would know exactly the capabilities of this knife. Right here, we cut water hose, paracord. I cut some nylon rope, cut a little bit of plastic. Just did a couple different things, guys. I wanted y'all to see the different mediums that it can cut. A lot of wood. Again, I think this is a tremendous slicer and probably an excellent skinner. You've seen the jimping up front there, how they got it spaced out. I believe that's to slide one finger up. And my guy Isaac covered it in his video. And again, I'll link that video there. Here's the Donnie B All Day stab test. This is a drop point, guys, and it got really, really good penetration. No hot spots whatsoever in the handle. Anytime I see some kind of proprietary handle material, I'm always a little skeptical up front. I really am, especially when it's nylon and plastic and rubber. But I can tell y'all with absolute certainty, I got no hot spots out of it. None. It was very comfortable. This is just a badass little knife, man. I'm going to put a link in the description, my Amazon affiliate link, if you want to check it out. I think it's around 59 bucks. And for a 4.5 inch companion knife, I don't think there's anything other than like just heavy duty chopping that you can't do with this knife. And it'll do some light chopping. We just didn't do any today because we're at the stump. I wanted to show some different things. I think it would be a phenomenal camp knife. Somebody's going to ask if it's good for self-defense, and I'm going to point you to my butter knife self-defense knife video, and then you answer your own question. It's very comfortable in hand. It's very balanced. In all of these tests, and I did a lot of that, just smacking the stump, that kind of thing. We got no rolling, no micro nicks, nothing. Edge held up again thanks to the heat treat. That can't be overstated. And it kept its sharpness throughout this video. Now, there's our pool noodle. And if you think them things are easy to cut, kiss my ass. I'm buying a couple more today so I can keep practicing with my katana until I get it mastered. Now, having said all that, Discord. Guys, our Discord has been very active lately. We don't have a super huge ton of people in there, but we do. The people that we do have in there are very active. They're always showing pictures of knives and talking about blade maintenance and all that. And again, I'll put a couple links to the Discord. Some people say, Scab, YouTube's the only social media that I do. Guys, I totally get it. But it is fun to discuss knives, put pictures. If you're a content creator, we will post all your videos in there for people to, see. It's a good way to network. And I want to take this time right here to send out a formal invitation to all our Fatwood Friday peeps. Fatwood Friday has its own community. Ron T. Sawyer, Redneck Renegade, Miss Allie, all of those guys. Georgia, fishing, hunting, and trapping. I mess him up every time. That's a great dude. But Matt Pearson, Carl Ruger's done a good bit of Fatwood Fridays. And BC Gerbs, Lord, I can't forget Gerbs. He's an awesome cat. But I want to take this time to formally invite all my Fatwood Friday folks to Discord. It's very easy. I'll put a link in the comments and a link in the description. You just hit it. We've got several different pages in there, several different channels in there. And we've just started today a Fatwood Friday channel, or Fatwood, whatever day it is. Okay? Please come join us over there. And I want to take another second to shout out Redneck Renegade. That is an awesome, awesome dude. Just a tremendous guy. Now, I decided to end this video with a Fatwood Monday fire. I'm using the Buck Pursuit, and look at them little curly cues, man. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this knife is well worth the 59 bucks. You could probably send it over 100 and it'd be worth it. They cut a little cost with the sheath and the handle, but overall, this is, to me, if you count everything included, I got to give this knife like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's just a phenomenal knife. It could have done better on the handle and could have done better on the sheath. And when I say on the handle, I'm just talking materials. The contours of the handle is perfect. Now, we're doing this Fatwood Friday on Monday, and I want to send this dedication out to Redneck Renegade. And brother, ain't no need to go into why, but this one's for you, man. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you for everything you do in your community. Redneck Renegade put out a video last week, August 6th. The Fatwood Friday guys are doing a special Fatwood Day for their brother Bill Melton, who's passed on. I never knew Bill, never got to talk to him this side of heaven. But let me tell you something. Watching his videos and watching the dozens of videos that were made after he passed just shows what a tremendous, tremendous human being Bill is. Now, Redneck's going to, on August 6th, you do a Fatwood Friday video, tag him in it, and I'm struggling right here, but I get through it. And then he's going to do a giveaway. He's going to pick a winner of all the videos, and he's got a lot of prizes. Now, I'm not in the giveaway. I want to make that clear. I'm going to participate, and I want to take this second right here to all the brothers and sisters of the blade and in the bib. Guys, August 6th, let's do a Fatwood fire in support of our brothers and sisters in that community for Brother Bill. Mikey says it best, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. I'm Scab, you're not, and I'm gone, son.